we had like things there with certain people. We'd gone to debt. I was never the talker. My pal or whatever, I'm not going to say who it was, but he'd take, my pal would have a thing. He'd always have a baseball cap on. He'd take his out and rub his head. Well, that was the cue for me to stick one on you. And that was it. And that's how we worked, and it's, but as you find with the debts, again, having people like, worked whatever we did, like, so I was really like, I was taught by the master, like I was with Vic, weren't I? You know what I mean? It's like Vic pulls a lot of respect. But then with Vic, Vic was a good negotiator. It wasn't always about violence. Don't get me wrong, it helped, as you said earlier, if you turn up someone's house and you knew there was me and Vic and someone else, and you think, yeah, that's a tidy little firm now. But you didn't have to, we were like, I don't know, like bank people would go, well, okay, you own X amount of money. Oh, well, we'll get you on the phone. As soon as you got the phone, it was, well, can you pay this? Great. Out of debts, it wasn't down to violence. Back in the day, like you turn up, break people's legs, that's a load of old rubbish. Because they're going to break someone, so he can't go to work the next day, can he? And then also he can't get no money. But again, Vic was so good at talking to people. And I think that was, that rubbed off a little bit as I got older. Again, it was never about, you turn up at someone's house and they go, look, you own John, I don't know, say 10 grand. And they go, yeah, but John's my best mate. I said, well, you can phone him up then. And all of a sudden, you get the phone, right, speak to him now. You put the phone over, and before you know, they're talking to each other again. And a lot of it is people get in debt because they can't afford to pay the money back. And then what makes it worse, then they're embarrassed. And then they turn their phones off. But then you get a lot of people, whatever they're into, all of a sudden they might own 10, 20 grand at someone. They ain't got the money. They're going on holiday with their wife and kids. And sometimes you've got to really in a big, oh, look, I own these people the money. Let's pay the money back first, And that's how it is. It is a funny old game, as they say. But
so, showing up at someone's house then, where potentially a person could have weapons.
Yeah.
You don't know who else is in the house.
Yeah.
Did you get off on that? Were you an adrenaline junkie back then, or did you survey the house and make sure there's no one in there and shit?
A couple of things I haven't done. I was so crash bang wallop. That's why I think we got away with. Got away. We weren't dealing with straight going people. They're like, whoever watches this, they're going to go, and go to the police. These people weren't people to go to the police because they were doing something naughty themselves. I mean, it'd be like I was so crash bang. I mean, I'd just go, right, here's the money. Well, go round, right, knock at the door, straight in. So we didn't have a chance to set anything up. Yeah, I remember a couple of times we went up, but people again were so quick. If you want to have a fight, we'll have a fight. That's what I'm getting paid to do. But 9 times when you bring violence to someone's, a lot of times we didn't get away with nothing because there was nothing to get away with. We were like Robin Hood. We were only trying to put things right. And it was like, so we turned up people's houses and it was like, you own the money. And straight away they go, yeah, well, there you go then, bang, we got you. So what, you want to have a fight because you own this person's money? Then okay, then that's when I was getting involved. But then 9 times out of 10, the situation was sorted out there and then because once they admit to owning the money, then we could sit down and work out how they were going to pay it back. This is me talking about this because it's been years since I spoke about any. Again, I've not been out of the game for years. And it is funny, and like you sit there and think, oh yeah, you remember when that happened? Oh yeah, do you remember? And sometimes you think, yeah, I remember when that happened as well. So, but it's like 9 times out of 10, the people paid the money back. You might have to go back and rattle their cases occasionally or keep on top of them. But then there was people would go and do debts for and go and get the money. And then they asked us to go and get their money back from the next people. And it's just funny how this world is. It is. There's so many dogs out there that they would tell you to your face, I promise I'm not, I promise. Yeah, okay. And you could listen. I'm all for the underdog. I always wanted to believe in the good in people, but then also there come a time where we'd turn to my mate just rub his head and he didn't care what he's getting a right hander, ain't he? So, and some people didn't care about their money. They said, look, don't worry about the money, just get them smacking the mouth for us. Sometimes it's easy for me. Then I got to talk to otherwise.
So I imagine that it did run smoothly mostly. But perhaps there was the odd occasion where something went wrong in a house. Are you able to talk about anything like that, or would that get you in trouble?
Not really, but I remember being at an house once and the geezer tried to hit my mate with a bit of wood. And I'm going to say it was, but he pulled the wood and he owned the money. Well, the mad thing was, in the end, it turned out this fella didn't own the money. He already paid it, but the fella, he had the hump with him. So I remember my mate, and I always remember I went to shake his hand. But as I went to shake his hand, I went to put my left hand, because my mate's gone mad. And I said, no, look, calm down. This bloke, I'll sort it out. And I went to shake his hand with my left. And he didn't, because it was so, as I went to shake his hand, he didn't realise, because as he put his left hand out, I hit him with the right. And that was, time to go then. So, I mean, we've been chased out of houses by dogs and things like that. People set dogs onto us. People pull guns, like, get out of my house. And there's not a lot, unless you front it, you've got to stand in front of it, and that's what you do, don't you? I mean, so that's what you're going to shoot me. You better shoot me then. But then it's like, then they go, well, I don't want to shoot you, but I don't want you. I said, okay, but you're going to sort, yeah, I'll sort him. Get, people that pull guns, are either going to use them or they're not. My dad taught me one thing. That's why now, I've never ever carry nothing on me, because my dad taught me, if you pull something, you've got to use it. Any times you want that, then you know what, 9 times out of 10, you can get the job done. But then it was like, again, I don't carry anything anymore. I'm making sure that. But yeah, we've turned up houses, been chased out by dogs. You get people going, we know who you are, things like that. I said, well, I ain't got nowhere. I'm still here. So
we've interviewed Brian Cockrell, Taxman, 2 times.
Oh, yeah,
I think he said, if someone pulls a gun, I run at them.
Yeah.
If they pull a knife, I run the other way.
Yeah.
Do you have a protocol if someone pulls a gun?
I'll go with that. But I mean, I remember years ago, a fella pulled it wasn't a knife, it was a bottle. He smashed the bottle and he come at me with a bottle. And I remember the geezer coming at me, and I'm backing up, went back first time. And there's the second time, as he went with a knife, I've hit him with this left hook. And it's probably the best sleep that I could have ever asked for. Put it like that, I needed it. But it was just over something so stupid. And it like me thinking, I was with a pal of mine, he got cut really bad about 2 years before. I had all about 80 stitches in his face. And that's all I kept thinking. I'm going to my mate, throw my coat. I've watched these films, haven't you? You wrap your arm up in a coat, you're going to stand there and you hit him with that. And I thought, no, just give me a bit of room. And yeah, it's like, them knives, I don't like knives, they hurt a little bit, you know what I'm saying? So,
if you're looking for a gift, my new book, Sit Downs with Gangsters, is available worldwide on Amazon. We've interviewed over 1,000 people now, and we selected 10 of the hardest hitting stories to go in this book. Each chapter features the story of one of our podcast guests. Those stories are Shane Taylor, Knife Maniac's Redemption; John Elite, Mafia Hitman for the Gambino crime family; Joey Barnett, 35 years in UK prison; Ian Blink MacDonald, £6 million bank robber; Chet Sandu, Asian smuggler in Spanish Supermax; John Lawson, the hit team commander; David Macmillan, international smugglers Thai death row prison escape; John Abbott, San Quentin prison shootouts and escape; Michael Francis, Colombo crime family capo portrayed in Goodfellas; and Wildman, English enforcer in Arizona prison. Link in description box on YouTube, available worldwide on Amazon. Also, my next book, Untouchable Jimmy Savile, is getting published in December 2023. So check that out as well. It will be available worldwide on Amazon. Thank you for listening. Cheers.
I kill you! A knife and a cosh and all that, like, yeah! And he's looking at me, and he went white, and then he was gone, like.
What is it about a tough guy that fascinates us?
Imagine I'm hearing that, I'm thinking, I'm not going down today. If I go down today, I'm dead.
We're bringing you the very best of our interviews with Britain's hardest men.
They made the mistake of bringing billy clubs, iron bars and knives to a gunfight.
No Rules Fighter Bash, Stephen the Devil French, and my best friend, Wildman. Over 2 hours of terrifying tales of punch-ups, stabbings.
That's what happens in that world. You leave people long enough, they get enough rope chain themselves.
Attempted murders and exceptional all-round hardness. This film is available to rent or own on Amazon or Vimeo. Plus, the first 30 customers to order this film get a 30% discount on any Vimeo order. Click the link below to see if you're one of the lucky ones. This film will drop your jaw like a punch from the hard men we talk to. So why not order your copy today?